What's up, y'all? Entropy here. Welcome back to Freeport Tech Dynasty. We are ranked here in Season 3, coming off a huge win on the road against the Arizona State Sun Devils. We've got the Cincinnati Bearcats, another member of the Big 12 Conference, coming to town this week. So we actually get a Big 12 team at home now this season. I kind of wanted to... I have a tough non-conference schedule, but I wanted 2 home, 2 road games. So Cincinnati is the one I chose to make a home game. Before we get into the game, there's one quick thing with recruiting. There's not a whole lot to talk about because it's still the same guys. We had a couple of them reach their top 5, so like Kona Rao, for example, and Cedric Major, guys like that. And we have flipped to hard selling them instead of sending the house. So it's still the same groups. There's not much to talk about. The one thing I did want to say, though, is that Josh Sabri, we are officially in the race for him. As you can see, we got a huge jump last week, jumped all the way up to 2nd. From off his top schools board entirely. So that is a guy that we are definitely going to be in the running for now, as we try and chase down TCU. We'll see if they amp up their efforts with us making a giant run in 1 week. So that'll be interesting to watch. But that's really the only recruiting update I got. It's early season, so it's still the same group of guys, and just trying to see if we can get them all, because we have a lot of guys I'd really like to land here in the early stages. So yeah, it's looking good so far. We're doing all right for a number of them, but the hard sell stage is the most important one, so we'll have to kind of see how it goes. We're gonna rock the black jersey, black pants, and chrome blue helmet combo for this week against Cincinnati. 76 overall team, so a step down from Arizona State, but still a better team than us on paper, so we're still gonna have to come ready. And here we are at Rob Jones Stadium hosting the Cincinnati Bearcats out of the Big 12, looking to stay undefeated. Both of us looking to stay undefeated, actually. It's 97 degrees, and we're going to be kicking off to start. Quite a bit of wind as well, 13 mile an hour. That might be a factor in the kicking game. Wind knocking this opening kickoff down. It's going to give him a chance to return in. Cortez Brady comes flying up and makes the tackle. N7 Ropey locked in as David Cookus is the quarterback for Cincinnati. That's a name I recognize. That is either a real life player or a guy that I briefly looked at on the freshman recruiting trail. I'm not sure right now at the moment. Let's say we'll start with a handoff, a sweep, and Zaquan Patterson all over it. Loss of 1. Another handoff, doesn't get much, only gets 3. Zion Johnson. I'm thinking of Zion Turner. That threw me off for a second. I'm like, did Zion Johnson become a running back? But Zion Turner is the guy I was thinking of. Over the middle, it's caught, and it is a first down. Kennedy gave up the catch. Quick little throw out to the fullback, it looks like. Freeney makes a tackle, but not before a gain of 5, and Cincinnati's running tempo this whole drive, so I'm not going to have any reason to expect them to stop. I hate playing teams that are tempo-based. They throw deep over the middle, and it is caught. Phelps brings them down, but they are at midfield already. Deep over the middle again, it's caught. Zaquan couldn't quite break it up. Lays a big hit. Play action. Over the middle again, Vic gives up the reception. They are just getting everything they want on this drive, and they haven't even stopped to take a breath yet. Over to the right side, broken up by Kennedy. Play action, quarterback under duress is going to escape and is going to score. Are you kidding me? We had him dead to rights in the backfield, and we let him get loose to the outside. And Cincinnati scores on their opening drive in, I mean, geez, oh Pete, just over 2 minutes. That wasn't even... We provided very little resistance on that drive. Kennedy just kind of missed him initially, and there wasn't anyone out there, rather, to stop him. So that's a very quick drive for Cincinnati to start this game. And, yeah, 7-0. Offense is going to have to answer. Jelani Watkins' highlight reel is exactly how I would describe him. Had a huge game last week, 87 yards, not 87 catches, and 2 touchdowns, including a deep ball. He is electric. Good to see Prescorn and Bethel Roman back healthy again after they both went down with injuries last week. As Marshall gets the first carry, kind of bounces free and gets 5. It's a handoff to Clark, fighting ahead, doesn't quite get it. It's going to be 3rd and inches. Going to trust the offensive line and trust Clark, and he gets it. Kind of bursts through the line, actually. And he's already got 2 carries for 15 yards. Going to be a keeper for Haas. Blocking didn't set up, only gets 2. Play action to Clark. Oh, I wanted pre-score and deep, but the safety came over. But Haney gets free, and we're just going to... Ref, throw the flag. He hit him out of bounds. Just a straight drop back for Haney here. I'm going to throw that back to the right side. Villa got open. That was a long throw to try to make, and we only get 2. Clark gets the carry, gets the outside, tries to cut back inside. It's a 1st down. We're down to the 16-yard line. Play action to Marshall. Can we get that to Vea on the left side? It's there. It's caught. Opisa Vea with the toe tap. And it's a touchdown for Freeport Tech. This freshman is unbelievable. The first 4-star recruit that we have landed, and he has been absolutely incredible to start this season. Haney put that thing right on the sideline, and Vea dragged his toes to keep his feet in bounds. Incredible play. Oh, looks like we're either getting a challenge or a Boother view. They did challenge it. Oh, it's tough to say. Those feet were in bounds there. Oh, I think that's a catch, and I think that's an incredible catch by the true freshman. We'll have to see if it stands. I'm hearing the fight song. Usually that's a good indication, and yes, the touchdown will stand. What a throw, what a catch, and what a response from the offense after Cincinnati marched down on us. We march right back down and tie it up. It's a handoff to start, and Derek Simmons all over it. Drops him for a loss of 4. It's another handoff. No, it's not a handoff. It's a keeper. J.D. Drew fought off the block and comes up and makes the tackle. A huge play by the corner. Great job. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8. The throw to the left side. It's caught, and it's a huge play for Cincinnati. They just had 3 receivers over there and said, screw it. One of them's getting open, and it's a huge conversion for the Bearcats as they just continue to run tempo, and our defense is reeling in this first quarter. Just can't get any stops. Ostergaard knocks it out. Ball's on the ground. Who's got it? Ostergaard does. He did it all himself. The linebacker blitzed on the play. Not only did he hit the quarterback and knock the ball free, when the ball just wasn't recovered by anybody, he recovered it himself. What a play from the true sophomore linebacker who has just been a playmaker for us in every facet of the word. Love to see that, and a huge play from this defense. I gotta say, this sunset lighting is really doing it for me. This game is absolutely beautiful visually. And we're going to try and hit him for a pass play here off that turnover, kind of make it hurt. Oh, and it's not going to. It's going to be a sack, loss of 9. Just took too long to make a decision, and that's an unfortunate start to this drive. Haney, late pitch to Marshall. He's going to get the sideline. He's going to get quite a few yards. Going to make it a 3rd and 6, a much more manageable 3rd down for us. Looks like they sent pressure. Can we get that to Vea? We can. A huge catch for the freshman again. And Haas Haney did a great job buying time. Rolled away from the blitz beautifully. And it's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. A tie game, 7-7 here in Freeport. But the Marlins got the ball, and we are well within Cincinnati territory. Night has fallen here in Freeport, and we're out in the Power Eye Hulk formation. I didn't run it once against Arizona State, and I missed it dearly. This time it's only going to go for about 3 yards. Marshall showing some tough running. Play action. Oh, the pass rush got in there. I tried to flip it over to Marshall, and it fell incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd and 7. Gonna get that to Vea in the corner. It's caught! Touchdown Marlins! Haas Haney with another beautiful throw, and Opisa Vea with another beautiful catch. This freshman is unbelievable. He just got open, ran a beautiful route to create enough separation from the corner, and Haney dropped it in the bucket. Look at Marshall celebrating. He knows that that was an incredible throw, and we are about to go up 2 scores now. Or not up 2 scores, up 1 score. We got our 2 scores of the game is what I meant to say. It's a 14-7 lead here early in the second quarter. We made the turnover. That is always important. You have to score off turnovers. Oh no, JD Drew missed the tackle. And it's a nice gain for Cincinnati on their first play of this drive. Throw over to the running back. Hannity all over it. Drops them for a loss of 1. Cincinnati, another team that runs these wide splits. They got 3 receivers like basically on the sideline on the left side of the field. And that's a huge run. Patterson able to come over and make the tackle. Thankfully save the touchdown. Another handoff and another huge hole. JD Drew can't get off the block. And it's going to be Patterson again coming over to make the tackle deep downfield. But Cincinnati rolling down to our 12. Pass rush gets home. Who was that? It's Order 66 himself, Chris Foreman, with a sack. Another game with a sack for the star transfer portal get. Plays on the interior, but with his 6'6", 275 frame, he has no problems coming up the middle on these offenses. What a play. Foreman got double teamed on that play, which is hilarious. I didn't even mean to control him there. They snapped it before I could switch, but it's a huge gain for them to make this much more manageable. 5 wide for Cincinnati. Quarterback pumps to the left. Oh, he's going to run it again. He's going to get another touchdown with his legs. That's twice now. We've had him stopped, and we just let the quarterback run for the touchdown from inside the red zone. Didn't I say at the end of last game, having a quarterback with good legs that can run around is huge near the goal line? And we've gotten hit for that twice here in this first half. David Cookus, he's a freshman I'm seeing now, so that's definitely a guy that he may have even been a guy that I added to the board at one point. I don't really remember if it was a guy that I maybe talked about or not, but that's where I recognize him from. I recognize him from high school recruiting, and he's hurting us right now, tying it up here. We're going to run a little bubble out to Vea. Oh, there was a little seam there for a second, but it kind of closed on him, and he gets 7. Pre-scoring in motion. Marshall gets the handoff. No one blocked that guy, and it's a gain of 0. 3rd down. Marshall in motion. I wanted the little one to Bethel Roman. Can Prescorn go up and get it? He couldn't. Ball knocked away, and it's going to bring up 4th down, and we're going to have to punt it. Gosh dang it. I don't want to give it back to this offense. Cincinnati looking to continue their offensive momentum here, and they do get a completion, and Ostergaard brings down the running back, but it's a gain of 8. It's another handoff for the running back. He breaks free from that tackle, and Emmett Corner, the defensive tackle, gets him on the ground. Quarterback under duress. He's going to go down. Dakari Nelson and Emmett Corner combine on the sack, and it's a loss of 11, making it 2nd and 21. A huge loss for Cincinnati, and their mascot cannot believe it. He is in distress. It's a handoff for the running back. Ostergaard does a good job filling that hole, and it's going to be 3rd and 19. Okay, guys, nothing stupid here. Let's get them off the field. Quarterback with a lot of time. Finds a receiver. Pepper got burned on the coverage. We ran man, and unfortunately that is a risk when you run man. Gosh dang it, man. It's another handoff and a huge hole to run through. JD Drew comes over and makes the tackle, but they're well inside the red zone at this point. And that's going to bring us to the 2-minute timeout. Cincinnati driving, trying to get the lead here before the end of the first half. They started with the ball as well, so they want to be up at the half, with us starting in the second half. It's another handoff, not going anywhere. Marquez Vick did a great job coming down from his cornerback spot to make that tackle. It's another handoff. This time, Patterson comes down and makes a tackle. I'm actually going to call a timeout here. I'm going to try and conserve some time. Cook is running out of time, and he's going to go down. Another sack. This time it's Derek Simmons, and it looks like Dakari Nelson may have also gotten in on there. We're going to call another timeout here and it's going to give us a minute or so to try and get some points of our own as they settle for the field goal on this drive. It's going to be about, what, 37-yarder, so definitely within the range they should expect to make this. Thorne couldn't get there. Kick barely inside the left upright, but it is good. Cincinnati coming up with points on this drive, and they take the lead with 1:02 left in the first half. We need a big return here, Tavares. Can you do it for us? There's a big hole to run through. There he goes, down to the 34-yard line. A very good return, and that's going to set us up nicely here. We only got one timeout at our disposal. Oh, Haney under duress. He's going to go down. I'm just going to call no huddle here. I don't want to waste the timeout yet, although we're definitely within the range. We probably should have considered it. We're going to go with this play now, I guess, because it was the first pass play I saw. So, can we get Bethel Roman deep downfield? Give him a chance in one-on-one coverage. Oh my gosh, I thought he caught that. He went up over the defender and caught it. Now, unfortunately, we're in a situation we might be giving them the ball back with 3 timeouts and 30-something seconds left. So this drive has suddenly become a problem. Oh gosh, dang it, the pass rush got in there, and it's going to be a sack. And we're going to be giving them the ball back, which is exactly what we couldn't afford to do. We tried to be aggressive, and we ended up getting burned for it. And now we are punting the ball back. We need a big punt from Reinbold. It is a good punt if the coverage can get down there. Stephon Thorne coming in, couldn't bring him down. Marquez Vick ends up getting him on the ground, but they have 2 timeouts left, an offense that's playing well, and 24 seconds left. It doesn't feel great. Cookus looking over to the right side. Oh, I thought I had a pick potentially. And instead, it's just a short little throw to the 42. They burn a timeout. 17, I think, seconds left. Yes. Oh, no! Thankfully, Cookus overthrew. I don't know what our safety on the left side was doing. He just fell asleep at the wheel. And somehow that ended up being incomplete. Holy crap. Oh, Cookus gets flushed out by Nelson, and he picks up the first down. That gives him 8 seconds left. Are they just going to go for Hail Mary at this point? Doesn't look like it, at least for now. Oh my gosh, the pass rush. Was that Emmett Corner? No, it was Order 66. Chris Foreman with a huge sack to end the half there. Holy crap, he absolutely destroyed that offensive lineman and got Cookus on the ground to squash any hope they had of getting some points. The odds were low as it was, but he just decided to take matters in his own hands and ended himself. Does it for the first half. Not a great half for us. The offense has been doing okay. Not a lot of yards, but we do have 14 points. We need the defense to figure some things out, get a couple of stops perhaps, and we need the offense to start strong and get us the lead back to start the second half. We'll see if we can do it. But not the worst played game so far, but we definitely have a lot of things to work on. Hopefully we can make some halftime adjustments. Play action to Clark. Can we get it to pre-score? And it's a tough throw. Oh, you kidding me? A tip drill interception. And Cincinnati is at our 21. Come on, man. That is the last thing we needed. And it might have, I believe that's Haney's first interception of the season. And it came at a terrible time. We're already down 3. We were looking to get the momentum back on our side. And on the first play, trying to be aggressive, Marcavius Sabor. It's quite a name. Gosh dang it. That is so frustrating. The keeper for Cookus. And it's a pretty big hit there from Foreman, but he gained 6 with very little resistance. The draw play, it looks like, and not Turner, I forgot his name. Johnson, I think, gets the first down. The keeper for Cookus, and Dakari Nelson makes the tackle, thankfully. It's just a QB blast for Cookus this time. Freeney and Zaquan, the 2 safeties, combined for the tackle. 3rd and goal from the 6. A stop here would be incredibly huge for us. And the pass, are you kidding me? That was a fumble. How in the world was that ruled an incomplete pass? I believe that was Simmons off the edge. Holy crap, we should have been scooping that up and going the other way. But Cincinnati going to settle for another field goal. The defense comes up big on that possession, and he missed it! The defense gets the stop, and the kicker hung it out to the left side. And it's like the interception didn't even happen. Let's go get a touchdown, guys. Clark gets us started, but doesn't get anywhere. Haney's just going to take this himself on second down. Gets an easy 8 yards, makes it very manageable 3rd and 2. I initially called another QB blast, but they got 6 in the box, so they're clearly ready for it. One of these guys has to get open on a go route, right? Oh, Bethel Roman burned his corner. Can the throw get completed? It can! Complete! Touchdown Marlins! Ashton Bethel Roman just absolutely torched the defensive back, and Haas Haney with a beautiful throw. They kind of knew what we wanted to do there. Haney saw it, audibled out of it, and dropped an absolute dime to Ashton Bethel Roman down the field. Holy crap, what a play. And we've got the lead right back. Bishop knocks it through to make it a 4-point game here in the 3rd quarter. What a throw from Haney, and let's get another stop with the defense now. That's got to be demoralizing if you're Cincinnati. They had all the momentum, and then with the interception to start the second half, and then suddenly you give up a huge play 3 plays after you miss a field goal, and suddenly you're down 4. They got to be going through all the emotions on that sideline right now, as Ostergaard does a great job fighting off that block. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7. They want a deep shot. Phelps is there. He's 6'3", and he breaks it up. The receiver actually almost made that catch over him, even though the receiver was quite short. And that's going to be a punt for Cincinnati, a huge stop. Bethel Roman just had a touchdown a few plays ago. Can he get us a big return here? Does get it to midfield. And he drops back. Can I get at that to Watkins? It's going to be a tough catch, and he makes it on the sideline. Haney on the run, put it where Watkins could get it, and Watkins did a great job of keeping his feet in bounds. Oh, booth review, just as I said it. Does that mean Cincinnati decided to challenge it? They did. Oh, he had possession all right. There's no doubt about that. 1 foot in bounds, 2 foot in bounds. And yeah, hung onto the ball through the ground, survived the ground, completed the process of the catch, which as a Lions fan, I still get PTSD from hearing. And yeah, I have no reason to believe that is going to be overturned. And no, it's not. All right, awesome. Keeper for Haney. Cuts it upfield, and there he goes, Haas Haney. He's loose. Touchdown Marlins. The quarterback gets the keeper on the read option and knifes his way through the defense. That speed of his is absolutely insane at the quarterback position. And Freeport Tech is now up 2 scores here in the second half against Cincinnati. What a run. Cincinnati, I guess, looking for a different offensive strategy here, coming out in I formation after running so much shotgun wide split. That's quite the change of pace for them. Now they maneuver into a more wide set, but the problem is all they got is tight ends and fullbacks on the field. So I'm not quite sure how this is going to go for them. It's going to be a quick throw over to the fullback. Ostergaard's there to make the tackle. A 1-yard loss. And they're trying to use the tempo to their advantage again. It worked so well for them in the first half. And we'll see if they can keep it working for them here. As they throw it, and Ostergaard just got lost in coverage there, unfortunately. And it's a conversion. Here we go. More tempo. Oh my gosh. I don't know who that was. One of our defensive 97. That might be Tomato Pepe. He just absolutely destroyed the offensive lineman. Unfortunately, Cookus was able to get free and get a completion for a gain of 4. Throw it over the right side. It's caught. Drew kind of got lost in coverage there. Kennedy comes up and makes the tackle. But they're moving again. Play action. Cookus moves around and makes the completion. Drew missed that tackle again. Fortunately, there's a lot of other Marlins there to finish it, but that's a gain of 6. Going to be a handoff, and Dakari Nelson gets through the line, brings him down for a gain of 0. going to be a draw play, and it's going to be a first down. Our defense was not ready for that play call. Play action now. Cook is looking, throws it back to the running back, Ostergaard, all over this defense. I mean, we're giving up yards on this drive, but this defense is playing on another level than it was in the first half, that's for sure. Short completion, unfortunately couldn't keep him from turning it upfield, gets 7. Zach Clark injured on the play, not sure who that is. Easy completion, and it's going to be a touchdown. Gosh dang it, guys. Freeney just... I love Freeney, but he just does not have the speed. He was very slow to try and take that angle, and Cincinnati scores to cut this back to a 1-score game, and they're going to go for 2 as well. Trying to make this a 3-point game. It's a screen pass, and we give it up, and it's going to be a 2-point conversion to successfully make it a 3-point game. The defense is showing more fight than in the first half, but we still just gave up a touchdown drive, and they cut it back to a 3-point margin. Ofisa Vea to field this kickoff, and there just isn't a whole lot there for him. Gets to the 21. Handoff to Marshall, and there he goes. Marshall up the middle, stiff arms a man, and he's down to the 40. A great start to this drive. Marshall with another handoff and another hole to run through as well. Gets another first down, and that is going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. It's going to take a while to run the clock down, though. Start of the fourth quarter. They got to know we're going to run it, so we might as well sell out and come out in the power I. We're going to call a toss play out of it, though, see if we can get the edge on him. Oh, we can't. Look at the blocking setup. The final block is set, and Justin Marshall is loose. Touchdown! Freeport Tech. An incredible display of blocking from the offensive line. I mean, holy crap. Offensive line and tight ends, everybody that was out there. That is how you block. That was absolutely phenomenal. Number 75, I can't quite tell who that is. I want to go in the depth chart actually and shout that guy out specifically because that was perfect. He pulled out to the edge, and there was just no chance of that defensive back being able to fight off that block. Oh my gosh, was it 75? It might have been our guard. It was Alonzo Gates, the freshman, the true freshman right guard, getting out there. How about it? You love to see that from any offensive lineman, but particularly from a freshman. Did an outstanding job leading the way for Marshall down the sideline, and it's another huge touchdown for the Marlins. I'm telling you, man, I'm really enjoying this Western Kentucky playbook quite a bit. I love the under center stuff. Oh my gosh, what a catch. But I wish the underneath defender could have made a play on it. But I'm loving that there's a power I Hulk formation in it. I love that there's some single back stuff. I'm really enjoying the under center formations in this playbook. And my gosh, that was an incredible display of blocking once again. Oh, and it's complete deep downfield. Patterson couldn't break it up. Ray Pepper finally knocks the receiver down, but Cincinnati is, they're mad. They're looking mad on this drive. Quick throw over to the right side. It's caught once again. J.D. Drew, it looks like, got lost in coverage. Quick throw to the left side. Zaquan Patterson comes up to make the tackle. 2nd and 5. It's a handoff. Trying to get to the outside. Marcus Vick actually got that tackle slipped, but Phelps and Foreman combine on the tackle. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Cookus evades the pressure, gets it to the running back short, and they're going to settle for the field goal. I'm shocked they're not going for it, but all right, here we go. The kicker missed for about this distance earlier. Very similar setup, actually, on the wide left hash. Kick is up. He missed it again! He just doesn't have it today. College kickers, man, you can never be sure of anything, and Cincinnati comes up empty on their second drive because their kicker just couldn't make the field goal. That is so demoralizing for an offense and for a defense as well. Their defense has got to be mad watching that. Play action to Clark. It was supposed to be... Oh, Oh no, I crossed the line of scrimmage. Gosh dang it. I waited too long to throw that. It was supposed to be a fake screen, but then the guy who did the little screen hook behind the line of scrimmage ended up being wide open, and I was just going to run it, saw Vea got open, and we're going to lose, unfortunately, 5 yards and the down. Haney with the keep. Blocking wasn't good. Only get 3. It's going to be 3rd and 11. Come on, guys. We can't go 3 and out. Could get that to Vea on the corner route. Oh my gosh, what a catch! Unbelievable. I thought Haney kind of sold and threw it out of bounds, but Vea snags it and keeps his feet in bounds. Another insane catch for this freshman. Bethel Roman sent in motion. Oh my gosh, the pass rush just got in there immediately. We surrender our 4th sack of the game, and even worse, we lose 12 yards. Just running a little screen to the right side out of the diamond formation. Clark spins ahead, makes it 3rd and 15. 3rd and forever. And the pass rush again. Can I just fit that into Marshall? We cannot. Batted away, falls incomplete, and we're going to have to punt it back with 3 minutes, 26 seconds left, and a 10-point lead. Booming kick from Reinbold. Wow. And it's going to be about the 26-yard line for Cincinnati to start this drive. Here we go, defense. Need another stop. Dakari Nelson got in there and sacks the quarterback for a loss of 6. Oh, Nelson almost got in there again, and it's a huge completion down the field to the running back. Ostergaard in coverage. I tried to get to the linebacker, but they snapped it before I was ready. And it falls incomplete, so it's going to be 2nd and 10. Cookus running around, just throws it away. The pass rush got in there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Just chucks up an absolute prayer downfield. Freeney almost gave that up, but it falls incomplete. And it's 4th and 10, and this is pretty much the game. Cookus drops back looking. A deep ball. Phelps in position. Phelps with the interception! And that is going to do it. Dylan Phelps ices the game with the interception. Now it's just a matter of running the clock out. And Freeport Tech looks like they're well on their way to a 3-0 start. Game is not over yet. We're going to need to force them to use their timeouts as they call their first one here. I think a first down would effectively win the game. But a 3-and-out, they'd get the ball back with about 2 minutes left. Let's keep putting pressure on them to stop the run here. We're going to hand it off to Marshall again. A huge hole, cutback, and it's going to be a first down. It's very, very close to victory formation time. And they're ready for it that time. Cincinnati burns their final timeout here. Back at it with the power eye. Hulk. It's going to be a handoff to Marshall. Can he get the edge? Can Thompson make the block? He can. Marshall gets the first down, loses the ball, and Cincinnati recovers it. No, that is the one, and I tell you, the one thing we could not do is fumble the ball, and Justin Marshall just did it. And Cincinnati, while it still isn't great odds, they suddenly have new life in this game. Oh, no. Quick throw, and J.D. Drew couldn't make the tackle. Freeney has to come over and save the touchdown. I completely forgot to mention because I was so distraught, but Alonzo Gage got injured on that last play. So we're going to sub in Antonio Blizzard for now, I guess. But 2-minute timeout, clock stops for them, and they're at the 13. They could just kick a field goal here because they're going to need an onside kick anyway if they want to save time. Ooh, and it's an incomplete pass. Cookus just missed that one. Cookus running around, wants to run again. Ostergaard forces him to slide. My gosh, if he ran for another touchdown on that play, I would have been absolutely livid. But it's 3rd and 7. And, I mean, even if we stop them here, they're still going to kick a field goal and presumably then be down only 1 score. Cookus throws it out the back of the end zone, threw it through the uprights, actually. Unfortunately, that doesn't count for 3 points. He's going to have to Okay, I don't know why it's not giving me the proper block here. Yeah, load block right is what I want. Kicker's missed from here twice already. Does he have another miss in his system? We'll have to see here. Kick is up. It's off the upright. Oh, good. Oh, my gosh. This kicker is going to be getting some very, very rude DMs. Misses 3 field goals, all from pretty much the exact same spot on the field. I mean, it is windy. I don't know if that's what's affecting him or not, but that is going to do it for us. That got a little more dangerous than it needed to. But as I always say, the best formation is victory formation. Freeport Tech will get the win here. Haney kneels it out. And it was a tough win against a solid Cincinnati team. 35-25, your final from Freeport. And the fans are absolutely thrilled by the state of their program at the moment. Haney once again nominated as the player of the game. I believe that he has been that for all 3 games this season. And it was a great game for him for the most part. It took a lot of sacks in this game, though. I mean, what was the final count? 4 sacks, I think we gave up. Cincinnati's pass rush was absolutely no joke. But we were able to generate enough drives to win this game. Whoa. My gosh, that got, like I said, that got a little more sketchy than it needed to. David Cook is another team that throws the ball a ton. 28 for 38, 73% completion, 374 yards. Only 1 touchdown through the air. He had 2 on the ground, I believe, and 1 interception. He definitely is a guy that I added to my board at one point. Some of you may be thinking about maybe like remembering him from whenever that was. But yeah, he did some damage against us today. There's no doubt about it. Haas Haney, 9 for 14, 183 yards, good for 64% completions, 3 touchdowns, and of course the 1 interception, which was a tip drill off of Brady Prescorn's hands at the beginning of the second half. A brutal play that fortunately didn't hurt us because their kicker decided to have the worst game of his life. So a good performance through the air, not insane stat line, but was very, very good. Justin Marshall, how about it? 11 carries for 128 yards and a touchdown was awesome. That long touchdown run off of the Power Eye Hulk pitch was incredible. The one blemish is that one fumble that he had that put Cincinnati in a position where they could potentially get back in the game. Granted, they needed an onside kick the whole time, but still, man, that shouldn't have even been. It shouldn't have even gotten to that point. And if it wasn't for their kicker being absolutely horrendous, I mean, who knows what could have happened. Haas Haney had 10 for 35 and a touchdown. It's incredible that his rushing stats ended up being that good, considering how many sacks he took. And then Duke Clark, relegated to more of a reserve role, had 4 for 27. Was still very effective with the carries that he did have. Receiving, Ofisavea, I mean, 6 catches, 84 yards, and 2 touchdowns was absolutely incredible in this game once again. Had our first 2 touchdowns of the game, and his sideline awareness is absolutely amazing with the amount of toe taps and, stretches that he made to bring in some tough catches. He was awesome. Ashton Bethel-Roman had 1 catch, but it was a big one, a 72-yard deep ball from Haney for a touchdown. It was awesome. Did have a drop, which is too bad. I'm struggling to remember it off the top of my head. Johnny Watkins had a 21-yard reception. Duke Clark had a 6-yard reception. And Brady Prescorn had the 1 drop that, of course, was intercepted. Very disappointing to see that from a tight end that we have high hopes for and was very good in our first game of the season, but just a rough game for him, unfortunately. Brady Prescorn actually had 3 pancakes. That's wild. Kevin Haywood had 3 pancakes. Kirkland had 2 pancakes, but Haywood gave up a sack, and Kirkland gave up 2 sacks. That's kind of surprising from a guy who has been our best offensive lineman these past 2 seasons. So, disappointing to see that, but he'll learn from it, I'm sure, and be back next week even better. Oh my gosh, look at these tackle totals. Ostergaard with 13 and Zaquan Patterson with 12. JD Drew with 9, Dakari Nelson with 8, Vic with 7. I mean, my gosh. Cincinnati ran a lot of offensive plays, I guess, because that's an insane number of stat line. 6 TFLs for Dakari Nelson? Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. He hit 8 tackles, and 6 of them were for loss. An unreal performance for the Penn State transfer. Order 66, Chris Foreman had 3 TFLs of his own right. Ostergaard had 3 TFLs. Derek Simmons had 2 TFLs. Marquez Vick, Xavier Kennedy, Dylan Phelps, Emmett Corner, and Zaquan Patterson each with 1 apiece. Gary Nelson had 2 sacks along with Foreman as well. Each with 2 sacks is nuts. Corbin Ostergaard had a sack, and then Emmett Corner and Derek Simmons combined for a half a sack each. Dylan Phelps also had the 1 interception. Awesome to see that. That was a huge part of helping us put the game away, obviously. Paul Freeney, Xavier Kennedy, and Phelps each credited with a pass deflection as well. Love to see the defensive backs and even a linebacker make some plays on the ball. Ostergaard with a forced fumble that he, of course, recovered himself was awesome. A guy that made so many plays and limited playing time last year is now playing full-time at linebacker, and he's just all over the field. He's been so good for us. You just love to see it. I mean, it was a good performance from the defense, all things considered. It was a very rough game, especially in the first half for the defense, but they turned it up in the second half, and outside of the 1 touchdown drive that they gave up, and then there were drives that ended with missed field goals, 3 of them to be exact. So that's disappointing, obviously, that we let them get there. But fortunately, as I said, their kicker had maybe the worst game of his career. So not like I said, it was a good performance for the defense. The stat box is absolutely insane for this defense. I mean, Zaquan Patterson had 10 solo tackles. He was saving touchdowns on a few of them as well. So, yeah, he had a great game back there at safety. But, yeah, I'd like to see us ideally not let them have as many drives get into scoring opportunities. But Cincinnati's offense was legit, and if it wasn't for their kicker being terrible, it would have been a much closer game. So, the defense was good enough. Home field advantage. The Freeport Tech Marlins are now 3-0 after defeating Cincinnati at Rob Jones Stadium. Playing the game at home was definitely beneficial to us. There's no doubt about it. It was nice to have a home game against a Power 4 opponent. And, yeah, I would say the crowd definitely made a difference. So, huge win once again. We're up to 3-0. We probably will move up in the rankings a little bit. We'll have to see when we advance. But, yeah, feels good to be sitting at 3-0. It was getting a little scary there in that game for a second. We were down at the half, but the offense fought back valiantly. So a huge win. A great job by the team. We'll advance the week. We'll probably have some recruiting updates, and that'll be it for this episode. A number of recruits have reached our top 5. Ian Hugo, who we are leading for. Terrell Washington, who we are also leading for. Emmett Hicks, who we haven't put any actual hours into because I've been prioritizing Vince Kellogg instead, who we are leading for as well. But interesting that we're still kind of being considered. I imagine TCU and Arkansas will kind of bury us from there. Hugh Cheeks has reached his top 5. It looks like we're somewhat comfortably in the lead, although I'm not going to be comfortable about any lead on recruiting. I've been hurt too many times. Ben Addison, the free safety, reached his top 5. We're leading for him as well. And Josh Sabri, we have overtaken TCU in the race for his commitment. So a lot of good news here. A lot of guys we're leading for. That's very exciting. Would you look at that? Corbin Ostergaard nominated for American Defensive Player of the Week with his 13 total tackles and 3 TFLs. It was an incredible performance. Absolutely deserved it. We are up to number 22 in the country with our 3-0 record, and we start conference play next week against the North Texas Mean Green on the road. They're 2-1, a good American team. It's going to be tough for sure, but coming off 2 wins against Arizona State and Cincinnati, it's hard to not feel good about our chances. So hopefully we can keep things rolling on the road next week, but that is going to do it for us this week. Thank you very much for joining me. An incredible game that we were able to come out on top of once again to improve to 3-0 on the season. Feels great. Team's firing on all cylinders for the most part. A lot of guys are playing great. Let's hope we can keep it up. Thank you again for joining me. Love and appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll see all y'all in my next episode. Later, y'all.